Hi, I'm Julie Domeo, the event chair for the March of Dimes Signature Chefs Auction, and your support is graciously appreciated. The mission of the March of Dimes is to improve the health of all babies by preventing birth defects and infant mortality. The March of Dimes is inspired by all babies, those who are healthy and those who need our help to survive and thrive. In 1938, Eddie Cantor, a radio personality, created the grassroots fundraiser for the National Foundation by encouraging people to send dimes to Franklin D. Roosevelt at the White House. This then became the effort of the March of Dimes, which became the foundation name. Babies born just a few weeks too soon can face serious health challenges and are at risk of lifelong disabilities in vision and hearing, mental retardation, and cerebral palsy. Prematurity is the leading cause of death in the first year of life, and 1 out of 8 babies is born premature.
Hello, I'm Harley Flathers, veteran radio broadcaster and newspaper columnist, and I was born full term. Back in 1938, President Franklin Delano Roosevelt and his law partner Basil O'Connor started the National Foundation for the March of Dimes. The sole purpose, to raise funds to help families overcome the costs of poliomyelitis. Many thousands were stricken with polio, a virus that got into the spinal system, and it was serious. Thousands died, thousands survived. I'm one of the survivors.
Hi, I'm Bunny Powers, and I'm a hostess at the Canadian Honker Restaurant. And I was born full term. I probably was in high school when I started going to movies, and it cost 10 cents to go to a movie, but during intermission they passed a plate around and we all gave 10 cents. We all threw 10 cents in the plate for the March of Dimes.
Hi, I'm Ardell Brady, Mayor of the City of Rochester, Minnesota, and I was born full term. When I was in grade school in Austin, Minnesota, I remember bringing dimes to school for the March of Dimes that was to help fund research to do the trials for the then what became the Salk vaccine that was in a sense, the cure. I remember we heard about the iron lung, how traumatic that was, and being able to realize at the time that this was a cure that was going to take care of this really kind of deadly disease. So it's a great thing that the March of Dimes have done. The biggest clinical trials are trials that have ever been done, and it still is.
I'm Dr. Robert Johnson, and I'm a neonatologist at Mayo Clinic, and I was born full term. I've been taking care of newborns since the late 70s. Back at that time, babies who were born at 28 weeks gestation were at high risk of dying. Now, the borderline is more 23 weeks. Over that period of time, the major improvement that has led to improved survival of preemies is surfactant. And important research for the development and use of surfactant was sponsored by March of Dimes Research. We still are working on further improvements in babies' lung disease, and March of Dimes is funding important research to improve the health of mothers and thereby the health of babies as well. So on behalf of the babies I take care of, thank you so much for your support of March of Dimes research. It's really important.
Hi, I'm Leslie McClellan, president of RCTC, and I was born full term. March of Dimes launched a nationwide campaign urging women to take the B vitamin folic acid to prevent neural tube birth defects, a disabling and sometimes fatal disease that affects the brain and the spine. Much credit is due to the fortification of grain products, complete with folic acid. When I shop for products fortified with folic acid. This helps me, this helps my family, this helps our future.
I'm Kim McKeon, Chair of Olmsted Medical Center's Obstetrics and Gynecology Department, and I was born full term. In recent years, many babies have been born 1, 2, even 3 weeks too early. Many times this has been simply done for convenience. But this convenience has put babies at risk and really hasn't offered mothers any medical advantage. Something needed to change. So now 99% of our Minnesota hospitals are enforcing policies against elective deliveries before 39 weeks. And the March of Dimes launched a public education campaign, Healthy Babies Are Worth the Wait, to emphasize that the last weeks of pregnancy really do count. Every week, even every day of pregnancy is another day for a baby to develop and prepare for delivery. Waiting full term gives every baby a chance to breathe well and feed well here in our big, beautiful world. It really is worth the wait.
Hi, my name is Mike Enke, General Manager of Rochester Motor Cars, and I was born full term. Why do we support March of Dimes? A few reasons, really. The main one is really it aligns nicely with the company's values and our mission. One of our values is to be a good community citizen. Another part of our mission is to do good, so there's a great alignment there. Another big reason is it's very personal to us. We have families within our organization that have utilized the services and really the wisdom that has been garnered over the years from March of Dimes, and we're just thrilled to be part of that. And finally, I would say, what a great event to be part of. They just do things with excellence, and I greatly appreciate that.
Hi, I'm Kevin Ritz and one of the owners of WA Insurance Group, and my son was born premature. Healthcare premium costs as a result of childbirth and prematurity-related problems are a significant contributing factor to the rising costs. And my wife, Britta, went into labor at 24 weeks. But thanks to the great medical care and medical advancements, they were able to stop the labor and prolong the pregnancy, and she did not deliver until 31 weeks. Today, our son is healthy, and because of health insurance, we were one of the lucky ones. March of Dimes is an advocate for everyone to have health insurance.
Each year in Minnesota, more than 7,200 babies are born too soon. The money you raise and invest in the March of Dimes is used to fund important research and programs that help moms have full-term pregnancies and help babies begin healthy lives. Your funds are used to bring comfort and information to families where babies were born too soon or sick. In recent years, March of Dimes invested $1.9 million in grants to the University of Minnesota and Mayo Clinic to support research in the causes of treatment for birth defects, prematurity, and low birth weight. I ask you to generously donate to the March of Dimes. If you've been born in the last 76 years, you have been touched by the March of Dimes. From polio vaccinations, to seeing a baby in the NICU, to improved newborn health screenings for your children and grandchildren. We make a living by what we get. We make a life by what we give. And one day, every family will see the joy of a healthy baby. Until then, we have the March of Dimes.